Hello everyone. I'll give you a minute to get on here. Let me go over to my Facebook page and share this video with you guys. How are you guys doing tonight? I don't know how many will join me because it's so beautiful out there. Let's see. But I'm going to go ahead and share. Okay, I just went and shared the video. Hi, Diane. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Donna. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys have enjoyed the weather outside. It's so nice to see the sun and the warmth and all that stuff. So I can tell the allergy season is upon us, though. I can feel the allergies creeping up, but that's all right. I'll take that with the warm weather. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed the weather out there. It's supposed to be beautiful all this week. Hi, Patty. So nice and sunny and warm, and hopefully it just continues. So tonight I have a cute little card that I'm going to show with you guys. Yeah, it is still chilly, the nighttime, and then the wind out there. But once that's in the house and the sun's beaming in the window, the dogs have to fight a spot on the floor for the dogs. They're fighting for that spot. So I have, if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background, my whole family's home tonight. Usually they have a scout meeting and they're out of the house. That's why the Facebook Lives work perfect for me. But so if you hear noise in the background, it's just them. So you guys are liking my card class. I have a couple of you guys who bought one. I'll get that out in the mail this week. This one is Free as a Bird card class, and I am actually going to use the Free as a Bird tonight to kind of show you guys the stamp set. It's one of my favorites. Hi, Amy. It came out last year, and I believe it's going to transfer over into the new catalog. Yeah, it's coming back in the new catalog. So it's a super cute one. So we're going to use that tonight. The last chance items, they're going pretty quickly. So if you guys see something you want to get in there and you want to get those, you know, the things you want that are, you'll see them, they'll say retiring or whatever. There's a lot of good things out for sale, or on, not for sale, but there's a lot of good things for sale, but there's a lot of good things on sale. So Donna, I'm so happy you love the card classes. I hope they're simple enough and easy enough to follow, and I try to make every card class that I'm doing now, any stamp set you have, you can make this card class. You don't have to use the particular stamp set or dies that I'm incorporating in my card classes. I'm trying to just make them more generic, and then you guys can put your own spin on them with whatever products you have. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to point you guys down. I think I'm done talking all about everything I need to talk about, and I could just talk more down below. But I wanted to show you guys, let me see here, can't do two things at once. All right, I'm upside down, but I'm going to turn you guys down, and you guys are going to see my host code, and it's a little funny looking. My son has been helping me out a lot, so he thought it would be kind of neat to just kind of color that in. So hopefully it's not too annoying for you guys, but I think it's so cute how he's actually helping me and wants to be involved in my crafting stuff. So anyways, so here is the card that I'm going to do, and it's actually a gift card holder in here. And I just tied some string around the gift card so it's easy for the recipient to get their gift card out. So I'm going to show you how this was created with dies. Super simple. I don't know if anybody else has done this. I got playing around today, and I had two of these labels that got stuck together, and I thought, that almost looks like the perfect size for a gift card. And a gift card fits in there perfectly. So I love when we can get multiple uses out of our stuff. It is just the best thing. Before I go any further, though, I got this in the mail today. Oh my gosh. I wish I could show you guys what's inside it. but I can't per Stampin' Up! Policies. But this is the new catalog. There's so many pretty things inside. I got mine today. Donna, I don't know if you got yours yet, but you should be getting it soon. I will, I've ordered a bunch of catalogs, so I will get them in the mail to you guys as soon as I get them in the mail from Stampin' Up! So I don't know, I think it's next Monday I should get my order, but you guys are going to love what's inside here. But I had to show you the front. It's so pretty. There's so many awesome things in here. So I know there's a bad glare on there in the camera. I just see it now. But I will, like I said, I'll get this out to all my customers, and you guys are going to love it. So anyways, I wish I could just show you guys the inside of it. The new in colors, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. But when I can share them with you guys, I will. So I'm going to bring in all the cardstock and everything that we need for this. So I've got Pool Party as our base because it just goes so well. And then this is from the Peony Garden Designer Series paper. I think I have some of that lying around here. That paper is so pretty. So it's pinks and grays in here, and it's very, very pretty paper. There's a whole suite that you can get of the Peony stuff, but there's some really pretty papers in here. So this is the other side. So I haven't really played much with this, but this goes actually really well with the Free as a Bird. And of course, like I said, I am using Free as a Bird for my card class. So I just took a piece of the paper, the pink speckles or whatever on here, and that's what I'm going to use on my front of my card. So the back is this pretty peony color. So this goes really well with the Pool Party. So, and then I just cut a little strip out of that. There's this really cool design, and I cut this at 1 inch by, hi Tina, 4. So that's going to layer on the bottom of our card. So those are our pieces, but let me bring in, these are the stitched labels. Let me see, I think I have them over here. These guys are leaving us, they're retiring, along with the stitched shapes. These guys, I have used these guys so much. So these are awesome. They're retiring. They're not going to be around any longer. So if you don't have these are so versatile with all your crafting. And then these guys are the Stitched Label Dies. So these are not label dies, Stitched Nestled Dies. So these here, they kind of line up with each. You can kind of, you know, kind of nestle them inside each other, and they make an awesome design. So with this project, I used the largest nestle one. And then this one here is another piece that comes with these Stitched Nestled Dies. This makes a nice little scallop or stitching. So like I took this piece, I don't know if you guys can see it, but in there I just put the die on there, and it makes a nice little stitching all the way across. So you can use this for bordering something. It doesn't cut out, it just makes that stitching. And then you can line it up. So if you wanted a longer stitched line, you can just kind of nestle it into the already stitched portion there that you did. So you ran it through once, and then say this was longer, you can take this and kind of, you can feel it'll fit in, and then you can run it so there's not a weird shape or whatever. I don't know if I'm even explaining it right. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about? But this is not as long as it needs to be. It can be a lot longer than that. So these dies are very versatile too. They're great for sentiments, great for Stampin' On. I do love these, and I'm so sad that they're going away. But so that, like I said, are the big, I cut out 2 of Whisper White of the largest Stitched Nestled Label Dies. So with this, what I did was, I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer. And I'm going to put these 2 together so they're nestled right together. So they're right together like that. I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way. And then right where the end of this point is right here, we're going to make just a score line there. So I'm scoring them both the same. And I'm going to press down a little hard on them. So it'll go through both of them. So you have them both scored. So they're exact. So then one of them I'm just going to kind of fold. Oh, thank you, Tina. I just redid them. And I thought I would do like a spring color on them all. And I did some stamping with the flowers in there. So I thought they turned out pretty cute. But anyway, so once you fold this, you'll have that nice line in there. And you'll be able to line it up right in that groove of your paper trimmer. And then you're just going to cut the top off. And that's only on one of them. So you can tell the right way of the stitching. So on this one, you're going to fold this down so that you're stitching, the right side of the stitching is on this point, but the wrong side is here. Because then we're going to take this piece with the right side of the stitching and we're going to glue it onto here. So it creates this little pocket. So what I did, and I found this worked out the best, was I used the multi-glue. And there's this line where all the stitching is. I just took this glue and went all the way down this line. I tried to stay just right here on this line. You don't want to go too far out because then you're going to glue too much and your little gift card won't fit inside. And then just going to bring this in, kind of lay it right on top there. So it lines up perfectly. Oh, and look what I did, you guys. I told you guys, be careful of the stitching. I've got the wrong side of the stitching down. But anyways, don't do what I did. I always screw up on camera. I made like 50 of these today and I didn't screw up once. So when you put this down, I have one already glued over here because you want to let that dry because it's going to take a little bit to dry. So this one here, I put the right side of the stitching up here. And what you're going to do is, and you know what, I forgot a part too. Ay, ay, ay. So anyways, before you glue this down, let's take this off a little bit here. Before we glue this down, this is a step you're supposed to do beforehand. I have a 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to kind of take that punch and just do a little piece off of there. And then you glue it down. Usually I have a little cheat sheet with the instructions written down, but I'm like, oh, I made a lot of them today. I won't mess up. So anyways, that's what you do. This little groove here is going to be so that your recipient knows there's a gift card in there so that they can kind of see that. So let's bring in the one that I did earlier. So this is what it's going to look like once you get it all glued down. You get your little punch in there. And this actually, this 2-inch guy, the circle punches, I believe, I don't know if all of them are retiring, but most of them are retiring. So if you do not have your hands on these are also great to get too. So these guys here, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my Stampin' on there. I'm going to bring in another piece of paper here. So this stamp set has so many awesome sentiments, and I love a lot of the font on here. So this, I'm going to use these birds on this branch, but we're not going to use all the birds. And then there's so many different sentiments to pick out in here. I like that one. The world needs more of you. I'm going to use this one. Your friendship. No, actually, I'm going to use this one. The world needs more of you. But you can use any one of them. They're all awesome little sentiments. So the only ink I'm using is Memento. So when you ink this down, you're going to stamp out these 3 birds are going to get put on here. So you're going to just, it's going to go off the paper, but that's okay. I just kind of look and see before that bird starts, because I don't want half the bird in there. I kind of just stamp down where this, in between that bird and that bird, if that makes sense. And I'll kind of stamp this right about the, almost the middle, I want to say. So you can see what I'm talking about. This way you just see your leaves there and you don't see that other part of that bird. So there's that. And then this, the world needs more of you. That's going to go right down here on the very bottom. So that's all I'm doing for stamping. But I am going to, I don't know how many times I show you guys this, but I do like the Stampin' Scrub. I do use the Simple Chamois a lot, but the Stampin' Scrub does do a more thorough job on cleaning your stamps, and it conditions your stamps. So you have a wet side and a dry side, and this is your Stampin' Mist that you can buy to go along with it. You squirt down your wet side, and then you just bring in your stamps and you just kind of rub them. And what that does is it gets in the grooves and it gives it a good cleaning. I do like my Simple Chamois, like I said. I use that a lot if I'm doing a lot of stamping. And but at the end of the day, what I'll do is I'll take and I'll condition my stamps or clean them. Or maybe once a month I'll go through. And then on this side, you just kind of dry it. And it gets your stamps nice and clean. And it gets, there's a lot of grooves in a lot of our stamps, so it gets right down in those grooves. So I do recommend both of the products for cleaning your stamps. But if you could only get one, this would be the one to get. So now I've got a bunch of Stampin' Blends. I love, love, love the Stampin' Blends. They're easy to use. They give great color. It makes you look like you're a professional colorer. You know, it makes your work look really, really good. So I have a bunch of the colors here. So for the birds, I'm going to use the light Flirty Flamingo. And I'm just going to color in these birds. And on these Stampin' Blends, there are 2 tips to these. There's a paintbrush tip and then like the marker tip. The marker tip is the one that I'm using right now. And you can really have control with the marker tip. The paintbrush tip, it's more for larger items, I would say. You also, when you're using these, you want to make sure something is underneath your workspace because they do bleed through. And you want to make sure you don't go right on the edge of coloring because they will bleed. So I'm just going to take the darker, what one was I using? Flirty Flamingo. And Stampin' Up! Really helps us with the shading. They give us all these lines, so I just go by what they give us and I use that as my shading. These Stampin' Blends also are not something that you're going to buy and never have to buy them again. Hi Trish, especially if you use them a lot, they do tend to go. It's just something that you're going to have to buy. It's not something that you're going to have to buy like every week. For the flowers, I'm using light and dark Highland Heather. So what I'm going to do is I'll color a couple of the flowers light and then a couple of the flowers dark. So yeah, I mean, I've had some of my Stampin' Blends for a couple years now. Some of them that I use a lot, I've had to replace. It's just something. Sometimes you buy things and they're going to last you forever. Stampin' Blends won't. They're just one of those things you're going to have to buy. This is Granny Apple Green. This is the light Granny Apple Green, so I'm just going to do the leaves. Now, have any of you guys used, I know some of you guys have, what do you guys think about the Stampin' Blends? What's your opinions on them? Do you like using them? I find coloring to be so relaxing. So here's the dark Granny Apple Green. You love them, Tina. Yeah, they're just, I love them. They're so easy to use. I like all our coloring tools that we offer, but the Stampin' Blends are by far my favorite. And they're not that expensive. For 2 markers, I think it's $9. And then if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you get a discount on that. The branch, I'm going to do the light crumb cake. Then I've come over it with the dark crumb cake. And all I did was just go over the little lines in here, even the bird's feet. And then the last thing is the little beaks. This is So Saffron, light So Saffron. And that's it for coloring. So I'll list all the markers that I did use. You only have one color, Trish? Oh no, you need more colors. Definitely room to grow. They are, I just love them. I used to use long ago the Copic, I think it is, markers. And I just could not use them. They had 100,000 different shades of one color, and I could not understand how to blend them and make them look good. And I was very skeptical of the Stampin' Blends because I spent a lot of money on the Copic. I think that's how you say them. Markers. And I didn't know, I was like, I don't think I want to put all that money into another form of coloring. But I tell you, these Stampin' Blends, they are amazing. So, and the nice thing is, yes, we have multiple colors, but they match everything. And once you use Stampin' Up's colors, you get used to them, you use them, everything kind of just flows nicely. So here's my pool party. Yeah, see, you have them too, Trish. I just like the way the Stampin' Blends work. I don't know, I just couldn't get into the Copics, I don't know how I'm saying it, but you can't tell me how I'm saying it. Anyways, here's the pool party. Here's our pink, or our piece of the pretty Peony paper. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal for that. I'm just going to put that right on the top. I can see my card's not folded right. It's driving me nuts. There we go. And then this piece here, I'm going to use that on the front. Hi, Deborah. I just see you're on here. Thanks for joining. So this is going to go about 1/4 of the way from the bottom here. Just like that. And then this, I think I'm just going to, before we glue this on, I have, let me see if I have them here so you guys can see them. These I bought off Amazon. The dollar store has them too. They're little Velcro buttons. You have the one side that sticks to the other side. So I have a bunch of these on hand. Like I said, you can get them at the dollar store. You know, get a little pack or whatever. So I'm taking just one and I'm just cutting a little tiny piece off. So you can see I have it already cut. I'm just going to cut, I don't know, a little strip, I guess. So I have the two of them together. And then what I'll do is I will just take the backing off because they're sticky, maybe. Yeah, Deb, you're the one that told me all about these Velcro buttons. So I had to go out and buy them. We always do that to ourselves. We enable each other. I cannot get that backing off. Oh my gosh, we're going to be here until next Tuesday. All right, let me try this side here. Okay, there we go. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this kind of on the tip here. That should work, yes. So it'll be, when I put the other side down, it's not going to interfere with that. So you want to be careful when you cut this. You don't want to cut it too big. So let's see if I can get this off here. There we go. That's very sticky. And then I'm just going to stick this down here. They are very helpful. I've used them on a lot of different projects. So, and that's going to help. That little Velcro is going to keep it from being open. So then your recipient can just open it that way. So I love those little Velcro buttons. They're awesome. So I took the liquid glue and I used that to glue this on the front of the card. I just wanted to make sure I had something strong. And this liquid glue is super, super strong glue. But you need to let it dry. So I'm just going to glue this right on the front. Like that. Isn't that cute? I love that. And then what I did, like I said, I already have my gift card in here. I took, because I wanted to make sure that the person who was receiving it, this isn't, this is my Subway card, rewards card, but it's the same size as a gift card. I wanted to make sure that my recipient could pull it out easily. So all I did was, I took some of this twine out of the snail mail. I took the pink out of there. I just looped it around my gift card, tied a little knot in there, and then it's easy to kind of just slip this in here. And then that string, or the twine, I just left it. I thought it was cute, just hanging out the end there. And then I took a bow with, where is it? Right here. The sheer, pool party sheer ribbon. I'm no good at making bows, so my bow isn't going to be fancy. Yeah, the Velcro is awesome. You can make all kinds of cool things with the Velcro. You can make the Post-it notepads. You could do like a little Post-it notepad and then use the Velcro to keep it closed. I am not good with bows. I have one of those bow maker things with the sticks, and I still am not good at making bows with that little tool. That's why you guys hardly see my projects with bows on them. I like when they sell the bows already pre-made. Some people can make beautiful bows. So I'm just gonna, like I said, just make a little cute little bow. And then I have the mini glue dots here. And I'm just gonna pick up a glue dot. And then I just added this to the top. And I'll just snip the ends here. My bow looks sad. But anyways, there's that's, oh, the other thing we forgot to add was the piece of Whisper White on the inside. I just have, not Whisper White, I cannot stop saying that, Basic White, piece of Basic White. It's cut 5 1/4 by 4. I just layer that on the inside. I love to put either Very Vanilla or with Basic White on the inside because it just gives your card just a nice finish. You could also do some stamping in here. This stamp set, there's, you know, you got this little bird. You can stamp that on the inside, the flowers. But I love this this stamp set. It's part of my card class. And that's it to that card. I thought I'd share with you some of our stuff that's leaving us, that's going away. I'm so sad. But I'm also very excited to see some of the new stuff coming. So again, you guys, here's my host code. If you guys can read it, I just think that's cute. I don't want to, I was going to redo it, but I said, you know what? That's so cute. My kid was in here helping me and he scribbled and I just thought it was cute. And I thought you guys would think it was cute, but use my host code with every order under $150. You will get the card class of the week. I do a card class every 2 weeks, so whatever card class is available the time you put your order in, you use the host code, you will get that card class. You get enough cards to make, you get enough materials to make 6 cards, 3 different designs, and like I said at the beginning, they're very simple materials used, so any stamp set you own, you can use with that. You don't have to use the coordinating one, but it just finishes it off. So I hope you guys liked this super easy card with the little gift card holder in there. I just thought these nestled labels made a great gift card holder. And you don't have to really do any finagling with them. You don't have to make any measurements or do any weird things with them. You just cut out 2 labels and there's your little gift card holder. So thank you guys so much for joining me Tuesday again. I hope you guys have a great evening, rest of the evening. And my kids were pretty good. I didn't hear them in the background much. And I will talk to you guys next Tuesday. I'll see you at the same bat channel. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And you guys have a really good night.